Pikachu?
The new Pokemon feature, Dynamax, was introduced during the recent Pokemon Direct for the new Pokemon games Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. This new mechanic allows a Pokemon to grow to a gigantic size for a few turns and gain immense strength. The trailer showed a number of Pokemon go into Dynamax mode, so it does not just affect certain Pokemon. However, it didn't take long before people made the obvious comment, what if Wailord were to use Dynamax? And then a picture came on the internet of a Dynamax Wailord using Body Slam on the world, which I thought was absolutely brilliant. But it got me thinking, how big would a Dynamax Wailord actually be? And I thought I'd do some maths to look into it. Now, I am not a mathematician, and to get any sort of figure, there has to be some rough estimations, so please bear with me. The first problem is how to work out the scale of a Dynamax growth. Without that, you can't tell what Wailord's size is actually going to be. How is that possible without more information? Well, there is a possible solution, and it is from my favourite Pokemon in the entire series, Raichu. During the trailer, Raichu was one of the Pokemon that did use Dynamax and was involved in a 4-player raid battle against a Gyarados. However, there is one shot which may be all we need to get this started, and it's this one, in particular this section. It shows the trainer and Raichu standing side by side, and from this, we now have something we can use for scale. The first thing to do is work out the trainer's height. Now, there is no information about the current protagonist's age or height as of yet. Over the previous generations, the age and height of them has varied, with Red being 10 years old and around 5 foot, and Callum from X and Y being around 6 foot. Due to the lack of confirmed information, and for the sake of arguments, I'm going to go halfway and say it's 5'6", which is around 170 centimetres. Do you see what I mean by estimates? Now, based on this, we can work out roughly the height of a Dynamax Raichu. Raichu's height in the Pokédex is 80 centimetres, and from this evidence, it is measured from the top of the skull rather than by its ears. It is also measured adopting the stooped over pose, so I'm not making any assumptions that if it stretches, it will be bigger. By using good old paint, we can see that trainer fits into Raichu approximately 10.1 times. So when you times this figure by 170, we get 1,717, which means that Dynamax Raichu is 17.7 meters tall. Now to work out the scale of Raichu is pretty easy from here. As mentioned earlier, Raichu's height is 80 centimeters as per the Pokédex, so we can see that 80 goes into 1,717 roughly 21.46 times. So this means the scale of a Dynamax is approximately 21.46 times. Now that we have a scale, we've done half the battle. We know from the Pokédex that Wailord's length is 14.5 meters, but we do not know its height. The best I could come up with was from this YouTube video. Again, for argument's sake, I'm going to say his height is 6 meters. When you apply the scale 21.46 to the height and length, you can show that a Wailord in Dynamax mode is approximately 128 meters high and 311 meters long. Now this would dwarf absolutely anything we saw in the trailer and would never fit in a stadium shown in the game. But is it the largest monster around? Sadly no. From what I found, there are far bigger. The Colossus from the Cloverfield series as an adult is nearly 2 kilometers in height and nearly 8 kilometers in length. So unfortunately, Dynamax Wailord is not as earth-shattering as we wanted, but hey, a Body Slam is still going to kill everything in its path. I hope you enjoyed watching this video as I did making it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button for more content, and until next time, bye bye.